after owning a 2020 Duramax, which is right here, front page of Hostile calendar, which is very, very cool. That's a huge accomplishment of mine to have my truck be on the page of the Hostile calendar. Anyway, after having this truck, that Denali seems a little outdated, especially with all the halogen bulbs. The 2020 Denali, one thing I really like about that truck is the lighting output. Those headlights are actually really cool, and they have good output from the factory, unlike all the previous years in my opinion. And they're all LEDs, so the light is crisp and white and not dingy yellow. So one of the things I noticed when I picked up the Denali was that I really couldn't see that well at night because I was so used to bright white LEDs, and those halogens just didn't do it for me. So I want to give a huge shout out to the guys over at Auxbeam. They sent over some low beams and high beams, and they just sent the whole lighting package, because for this video we're going to swap out literally every single lighting on the Denali, even the interior lights. And there's one of these should be reverse lights, and we should have the signal lights. I would usually opt with the switchbacks, but blinker lights I went with white, and the reason for that is because I plan on doing custom headlights, and the custom headlights are I'm gonna have switchback strips, so I didn't really feel like I needed the running lights or the turn signal lights to be functioning. I just want them to be white lights. So let's go ahead and get these bulbs installed and show you guys how much difference this can make on the truck. So this was already broken and they super glued it on there, so I probably order a replacement one because, yeah, it's a little dingy. Well, it kind of works for now, but we're gonna order a replacement one because I'm not super gluing that back on there. But let's go ahead and take these bulbs out. Oh, that's hot. That is hot. Yeah, that was dumb of me. Just very dumb of me to do that. So we have these from Auxbeam that we're gonna put on to replace this really, really hot, dingy lights. I probably should go get gloves, but I'm a little lazy, so we're gonna use our hoodie. I'm gonna use the sleeve of my shirt. Woo, hot, hot. Okay. Oh yeah, way better. The diffuser. So right now, we'll see if we can just let it even sit in there. Nope. But you guys get the point. God, that's so ghetto. Halogen LED. These go in the trash. It's 2023 now, so upgrade your lighting to some LEDs, because watch this. LEDs, halogens. Yeah, upgrade your lighting. Look at that.
She got that sweet juice, Minute Maid, summer vibe, that lemonade. Take a sip, blowing purple clouds, taste like lemon haze. Conversations back and forth like damn, we could go on for days. Looking back at it like damn, she bad when she walk away. Here we go, been down this road, they already know. When we go on tour, I'll take you anywhere you wanna go. People talk about us like they understand just what.
So we do have the hyper flash because these bulbs aren't the ones with the relay built in. So we will have to do the relays on the headlights or on the wiring itself.
You go, I'll be all about you, babe. I'll be all about you, babe. Saying so unless you don't know, my chances, baby, I just struck the lotto. And I be so gone, don't know where I go wrong. Don't remember last night, I blame it on the bottle. And I'm just living life, I would rather not question it. All the time invested, you could see that we was next to win. Over anything, I'll still be right here when they gone. I just had to put you in the sun, don't get me wrong. They all say I'm way too young, baby, I'm just ignorant. I won't find nobody like you, some real shit. Spend a couple hours on the phone, hey. I don't wanna let you go, I'll be all about you, babe. I'll be all about you, babe. Saying so unless you don't know, never.
Alright, so we've converted all of the bulbs on this truck from halogen to LEDs. Now, while I was working on this truck last night, I couldn't help but to notice this ugly resonator box. And I don't know about you guys, some people actually like the look of this bulky resonator box. I personally am not a fan of it. So we have a prototype billet resonator delete right here. So we're gonna go ahead and remove this ugly box, in which, you know, it's hollow, so it's actually used as a silencer. And you know, if you're watching my videos, I'm assuming that you don't like, you wouldn't really want your truck to be quiet, you want your truck to be loud. So let's go ahead and remove this resonator box and install the delete plug. So typically there's a bolt right there. I think somebody had already removed it, so it makes our installation job a lot easier for today. So that's it. And look at this. It's just a big giant box that's hollow on the inside, so that way it silences turbo noise. And I guess it does make somewhat of a difference. But we're gonna put our delete plug right here, and then alright, so essentially this is what it looked like before, after. Looks way better than that box. First start. All right. And honestly, the turbo noise, right. Honestly, the turbo noise on my LLY when I did the resonator delete, and on this, on my 2011, my previous 2011 LML when I did the resonator delete, you do notice slight increase in turbo noise. But now I'm so used to having bigger turbos from Ryan's diesel services that the slight increase doesn't really affect me. But I mainly did it for aesthetic purposes. But I have heard of people saying that it does slightly increase the throttle response. So I ordered that. That was a prototype that I ordered to see how well they fit. And as you guys saw, it fits perfectly. And it looks really good too. It's billet aluminum. So now that I know that those fit, I'm gonna go ahead and start stocking them on the website. I'll probably have two options, billet and black. So yeah, if you guys want to purchase that delete plug, I shouldn't even say delete because I'll probably get in trouble. The resonator cap. If you guys want to purchase the resonator cap, it will be on the website, and no tuning is required. This does not defeat your emissions component or anything like that. So EPA, if you're watching this, do not get me in trouble. My truck goes into high idle mode every time I start it, and I think it's got to do with the tuning, or maybe it's in the settings. But I do want the high idle, just not every time. It's already off. I don't know. I guess it has something to do with the tuning, but elevated idle is supposedly turned off on this truck, but it goes into that high idle mode every single time I turn the truck on. Mainly because it's a Nebraska truck and it got so cold there, which I don't understand why it doesn't have the heated steering wheel, because I missed it when we had that winter storm. And also doesn't have cooled seats, so so much for a Denali, you know what I mean? So much for a Denali. I bought this truck thinking it would have everything that my last truck had, and it was my mistake not checking everything before purchasing it. But not that it would have changed my mind, because I personally believe that I got a good deal on it, and this is a project truck. So I didn't want to buy something that was perfect, because if something is broken or something is missing, like cooled seats, that is something we can add and share with you guys. All right, immediately I noticed with that resonator cap, because I do have SMB cold air intake, I don't know if the camera is going to be able to pick it up, but I am hearing the intake a lot more than before. Not necessarily the turbo noise, because I believe the LMLs have the smallest turbo available, but yeah, that air sucking in sound from the intake, it is visibly louder, which I do like. Oh yeah, you hear it go. Yep, it wasn't that loud before, and I'm liking it. Looks better, and it creates more of the intake sound. So to me, it's a win-win situation. Throttle response, and not so much. And if it does have a slight increase, I'll say like 3%. 3%. That would be like, all right, 5%. Let's round it up. 5% increase in throttle response. And with that being said, I showed you guys, this video was all about swapping out the dingy halogen bulbs for LEDs. I mean, it's 2023 now. Upgrade your bulbs to LEDs because they're brighter, they're more efficient, and they look better. So since I showed you guys that in this video, next video, stay tuned, because for less than $5, I'm gonna show you guys how to make some really crazy lighting mods, such as doing the 6 high mod. And for those of you guys that don't know what a 6 high mod is, if you have a GMC or Chevy, when you're driving and you turn on your high beams, you've probably noticed that if your fog lights are on, you've probably noticed that your fog lights turn off and your high beams turn on. In some instances, some year, make, and models, I believe, when you turn your high beams on, your low beams turn off. So we're going to be doing a simple mod that allows you to have your low beams, fog lights, and your high beams, all 3, technically all 6, to stay on. I do a lot of back road driving. The road that leads to my house, there's not a lot of street lights, so I like having a lot of visibility, especially because there's a lot of deer around here too. We're going to be doing that next, and in this truck, I plan on bringing light bars back. I'm going to try to make light bars cool again. Yeah, so stay tuned. We got plenty of lighting mods, and they're going to be simple and not too much, and it's going to be just enough to where it looks good and very effective. So thank you guys so much for watching. Plenty of content. Hit the subscribe button, and if this video was helpful to you guys, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and let me know in the comments below what you guys think of the lighting mods. And as always, I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Man, my hair's a mess.